second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Breeze to throw on second down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 10. They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. From midfield, here's Breeze. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram from 17 yards out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Detroit Lions trotting out on the field again, and the first year under Matt Patricia maybe hasn't gone how they had hoped. They're going to need a big second half of the season to get back into playoff contention, but the running game has been better.
It certainly has, because remember they drafted Kerryon Johnson out of Auburn in hopes that he would emerge as their lead back, and he's done exactly that, on pace to be a 1,000-yard rusher as a rookie. They haven't had one of those since Reggie Bush in 2013. Unfortunately, they still feel a little bit like they're treading water, still trying to find their way. Even made a move on defense, though, to try and shore things up on the defensive line at the trade deadline, getting Snacks Harrison from the New York Giants in hopes of maybe slowing down teams like the Minnesota Vikings when they decide to run the ball inside.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Real right.
Now a play fake at Stafford. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey. Got three. 10.
So they will go for it. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
We're rolling.
Stafford on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I'm going to switch gears, Charles, and get your favorite play of the year so far. Look, I know we don't have a Minnesota miracle like we saw at the end of last season, but what's been the one that's caught your attention the most?
Well, wouldn't Linval Joseph picking up a fumble against Philadelphia and bringing it all the way back count as a Minnesota miracle?
No, with the earth shaker.
That's a lot of men carrying the football, and he got all the way to the end zone. Oxygen. What a great play there. How about Graham Gano finishing off the New York Giants with a 63-yard field goal at the buzzer for Carolina? That was spectacular. I thought the triple reverse by Carolina against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was something that Curtis Samuel, how far did he run? 160 yards or so in order to make that play work? Ends up as a touchdown. And just because we have the left-handed pass he threw earlier this year.
Oh, yeah, against Denver. And that's just kind of a microcosm of the season that he's had. He's been so magical to watch.
Just had to say Patrick Mahomes had to get something in for him because exactly what she said.
We're rolling. 11.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll hand it off now. Johnson pushes over him.
That's just not right.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
Set. 180.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
21.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackle. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's off by Dover Quinn. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, we got a second here. Let's do an MVP check-in right now at this point in the season. Is Patrick Mahomes your headliner?
Look. Second year playing, one start as a rookie, and what he's done so far, it's been absolutely spectacular. Magnificent consistency. Hasn't had any real dips. Now, before the season, you know, I was focused in on Todd Gurley, and he continues to power the Rams' attack. He has to be in the conversation. Drew Brees, how many completions does he throw per game? 1 or 2? It's unbelievable with his accuracy. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady and wins big games. Phillip Rivers, with a strong second half, could get into the conversation, but keep a real eye on the NFC South. Matt Ryan, ahead of his MVP pace of 2016. Cam Newton in Carolina, if they end up winning that division, you better take a hard look at him.
Stafford on third down. Open man is Galladay, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Out to the flat for Ritter. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he locates Luke Wilson. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stick.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
21. Hey, red.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Lions. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, go here. Hey, 22. Hey, 70.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Go here. 11. Tag 53.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
22.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. And on the ground, Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Gibbs got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze hands to Ingram. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he'll let it fly in the direction again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Over the middle here to Wilson. 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one in to the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Sammy!
Following the penalty, it's Camaro. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47th. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.